Battle control initialized.
Hello there, comrades and cannon fodder. Here's a 1v1 multiplayer game on Timian map. I'm using Russia, my opponent's using France for this one. And I'm sending an engineer straight here to the closest oil derrick. And then the rest of my troops sending them to secure the closest oil derrick to me. My opponent's doing the same, but he's got his engineer guarded by a couple of rifles. I'd normally do that myself, but I thought I'd just rush along and get the second one captured. Just very little chance of my opponent getting to that engineer in that time. Now he's got that protected and his engineers escorted, and I've already got that capture underway. Same build so far. Same build order from both players. We've got our war factory under construction. We both have 2 oil derricks. I'm sending a small force of rifles to investigate, see what the enemy base is looking like. Here we go, I've sent one rifle scout here and he's attracted the attention of a couple of rifles. Looks like I've got a grenadier drop there. So now I've got this group of rifles, I've taken out the 2 rifle guards and then I'm attacking this power plant, so we'll keep an eye on the power. See how quickly it drops them into low power. And there you go, with the first power plant destroyed, they're just in low power. And I'm bringing my APC to help. And they've set up a pillbox while I'm attacking the second power plant, but I'm trying to move out of range of the pillbox, which I can't do. No, that's not good. The APC ran straight into the enemy. So there, I lost my gren drop. They are in a very bad situation for power, but that wasn't good. Wasting the APC and the grenadiers like that. Such a shame. I knew the situation. I should have moved it in from a different angle or waited, but I just wanted to quickly get it in to screen my infantry and then didn't assess the situation properly when it arrived. You know, sometimes I get a specific order or something set and I need to avoid it quickly sometimes or reassess, but, you know, I wanted the target gone. Sometimes I assign a higher value to destroying the target than I do to preserving units, when if you do preserve the units, they can only come back and they can always come back and destroy that target anyway. So it's a matter of judgment, and that one was incorrect. I tried to rush my APC in to help and messed it up. But we've still got 2 oil derricks each, but my opponent's moving forward with a light tank, and he's got his first medium tank rolling out. So let's have a look. Let's see. I'm building an ore truck. My opponent is building his MCV. So why am I building an ore truck if I've already built my APC? I mean, my MCV. My opponent's capturing this oil derrick, and I'm capturing his, but it looks like he's going to catch me out. He won't catch them out though. No, that was so close. What a shame. I've got these units moving in. That's okay. And now I've got plenty of warning of this attack. And these units are in place just right. But you see what he did? He attacked and moved. Because he knows my response is going to be prepared. So rather than press on, he moved back. But there you go, I've destroyed a power plant. And even though I haven't got vehicles, I can still do damage. He's moved out with that. Now taken out the pillbox, going for barracks now. And I could have killed those as they arrived, but I wanted to destroy the power plant. Let's have a look at the... His power's low again. There goes another power plant. But he's got vehicles with them now, so that force just overwhelmed me with no losses. No losses to speak of. But here we go, we've got a light tank leading the way here. And this is all vulnerable. It's a real shame. And I'm getting warning, and I've responded, but there's not enough there. Oh, he escaped, look at that. Just managed to get away. Now he's hit his target and escaping, and he knows I'm responding. So I need to remember this, and these units should be here where they already were. Basically, he's drawn them away, and I've got my assets, I'm on the ball. As you can see, look, my ore trucks and MCV are escaping. But he's just drawn my units out of position. Really nicely done. And he's got a 17.7, I'm at 14.6 thousand army. So he's slightly ahead, he's at 18 to 14. But he's disrupted that expansion. I've lost an ore truck there and a refinery. Not good. And that MCV should turn around and go straight back and set up there. Now he's got 3 oil derricks to 1. So 15,000 army value to me, 17,000 to me, 21 to my enemy. Got a bit of an engagement here. Brought an MCV with me, but I can't get it into help my units. I literally can't get a barracks or a flame tower in front of those units. Now this is his automatic counter-attack, basically. I've got all these ore trucks focused and very little to stop them. But I can do some more power damage. I've got no money, so I can't produce any more assets and base defences. That's a shame. But here we go, look, I've been overwhelmed here. That's a shame. I got him into low power again though, so I was doing okay for that. It's just... Ah, look, we have got some assets. These tanks need to kill that tank. There we go. Sent them packing. Now I can overrun them if I can catch them. Nothing over here. Let's have a look at the army values. I'm at 5,600. He's at 9,000. Yeah, I've lost another refinery, but I can destroy this force. There we go, he's left a few units to hold me up while this force attacks again here. He's sent a few units, look, to group with them. He should be attacking... That's it, perfect. But, yeah, he's got to retreat and now built another one and it's been attacked again. And he got trapped. I wasn't quick enough. I shouldn't have placed that there and I wasn't quick enough. It's a real shame. My MCV's been caught. And I've got no cash. But these tanks are enough to screen these infantry while they defeat them. Even if there are more, it doesn't matter. But once these tanks regroup with the infantry, it'll be a different story for me. But I've lost that MCV over here, my second MCV, so now I've got to move this one out. So I'm not building structures or defences at this point, because my only construction yard has been packed up into an MCV and it's moving. While it's doing that, you can't build. And I'm trying to cut off this supply of ore from the enemy, and he's brought his army, basically. So it was a vulnerable spot, a well chosen spot, but he's got me. But his tanks moved ahead too much, and these infantry can kill them. If only I had a few more base defences, because I've got build radius, it's just not close enough. That heavy tank, yeah, should be up front, but targeting them. Yeah, too far forward. And he's sealed off this area, he's cut me off. I did send an eco raid, a heavy tank, to raid him there, but one's not enough at this point. And yeah, I've been beaten back there. And that's it, it was the cash situation that killed me. Not recovering my eco quick enough when it was damaged, not getting back into position and setting up refineries, and I also had a refinery badly placed. Yeah, a few mistakes there, placement, and that's it, called it. So there you go, I'll just look at the graphs and charts. There you see that large spike in the enemy's army value, way above mine. So, but I was still competing at that point, so it was a good scrap. Here's the earnings graph. Yeah, my opponent's earnings really had a big spike towards the end. His finishing army, 5 tanks, not a lot. He's got an engineer, but yeah, he doesn't have a large army to finish with. Combat, I killed 144, he killed 207. 16 buildings I killed, he killed 20. So we had a good scrap for a game of this length. Support powers, none in effect. Production, my opponent's building helipads. So I would have had an air force on my case if the game would have gone on. But there's the eco tab. I earned 69,000, my opponent earned 84,000. Basic tab, my actions per minute 26.3, my opponent's at 53 actions per minute. And there you go, there's the end of that one. I hope you enjoyed that game. I think I'll tack on an extra replay, because it's not a long game. So here's another 1v1 on Timian map, and both players are using Russia for this one. My opponent's gone straight for a kennel before a barracks. So a power plant allows you to build a kennel or barracks, and then you can get your refinery on the way. But my opponent sent dogs, see how quickly they move. And the thing is, if you can find a target and tell it to force attack, like say he can see my unit, telling a dog to attack it, the dogs move quicker when they attack. But if you can force attack, then it'll also move quicker to that target. If you can find a way of getting an attack command, because you can't attack the ground with the dog, but if you can find a way of issuing an attack command, it'll cover the ground quicker. A normal move for a dog is slower than an attack. They run quicker, more quickly when you order them to attack, or you can order them to force attack on your own unit, just to make them cover that ground. A lot faster than they would as a normal move. Or a normal attack move, you don't move as quickly than if you've chosen a specific target for the dog. But we've got our oil derricks, 2 each at this point, and my opponent is, he's got the view range, the extra view range of the dogs. So he'll benefit from that if he can employ it correctly. He is at this point, look, you can see he's got it right in the centre. But you can't let them move ahead because they'll get picked off. And I've got my oil derrick vulnerable. And I've got my emergency rifle targeting, and he just protected him in time. That engineer's got no health left. So yeah, they protected him in time, and now my second rifle he can't find him. Because that now belongs to the enemy. So that's a shame. Let's have a look at the army values at this point. 5,200 to me, 3,200 to my opponent. Oh, I've got my APC. My opponent's chosen an APC as well. He'll see my engineer capturing this, but he won't see my units in the way. Now he won't see anything. Because this belongs to me now, so he won't get view range from it. $7,400 to 5,900 in army value. And here we go, we've got a bit, looks like the enemy are moving towards the oil derrick again. And they brought their engineer with them. Yeah, I can see that, plain as day, so I've got my view range benefit of the oil derrick, and I did try and get my APC out of there, but these are stopped. My enemy is using assault move, so his units are moving, mine weren't, plus I had the view range benefit. There goes his engineer. So yeah, it was definite. I knew I was going to win that engagement once I had my units stopped, because I quickly saw I had more than him, and with the advantage of the oil derrick's view range, plus my units stopped, you know, he was quite clearly attack move. So, you know, I knew I'd got that initial engagement. But losing the APC was a shame. These units can still scout for my construction yard, of course, my MCV, and make sure it's safe to expand. But without vehicles, they're not a viable attack force. But they can protect this MCV as he moves forward, because I can set up barracks-based defences and then protect it with that. This rifle has found the enemy expansion, and he's got a V2. Now I need to get those tanks up front quickly. That V2, I think he was partially fried by his own units. There, I've captured that oil derrick, so we're at 3-1 now to me. This is adequately protected, and there's a tank on its way, but, you know, it's not there yet, and I've caught this expansion. There's nothing here to defend it, so that's gone. Let's check the enemy ore truck situation. He's got 4, I've got 8, so it's a bad situation for my opponent. Now he's sold that, he shouldn't attack forward, get back, that's right, yeah. It would have been fine to attack while I was close to that refinery, because he can see my units. So these guys, even though they're not fighting on base defences, they would have had the advantage. But as soon as he sold it, he was right to back them off. And I'm bringing my MCV forward with barracks, base defences, look. You know, moving forward with all the elements. And these guys, I know the enemy's coming, so I split this force, and I wanted to try and use the view range of that, but they were caught. But these guys have caught this expansion. Need rid of that, and now this. And his MCV's escaped, but I've caught him here. There's 2 destroyed enemy ore trucks. The third is going about his business, so he's going to be destroyed when he comes back. There's another destroyed expansion. And these units have been cornered, sadly. I should have the tank up front anyway, even if they have been cornered. 3 heavy tanks will blast it. But I'm setting these up to form an ambush, just in case he advances, and these guys are still doing their work. Aircraft crashed into his own radar dome, but he's got V2s. There we go, he's calling it. Nice shot from the V2. Yeah, very nice. But this force was never needed for the ambush. I should have just attacked, moved straight in. There we go. They're moving forward slightly. I'm making a formation, but now he's called it, it's over. I'm capturing. There we go, got an ore refinery, and I think I want the radar dome. Yeah, there's a power plant. There you go, he's properly called it. So that's the end of that one. And I thought I'd tack that one on the previous game, just because it's a little bit extra for my viewers. But here's the army graph. That one didn't go great. Once the combat started, it was a struggle, but my opponent did increase in army value towards the end a little bit. Earnings, there you go, it was a decent earnings chart for both players. My finishing army, is that 8 heavy tanks, something like that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's probably the 8th one somewhere else. 8, yeah, that's right. I didn't build... My opponent did have support powers briefly because he had an airfield, but none of the support powers were used. But still producing. Economy tab, 43,000 earned by my opponent, 73,000 earned by me. Basic chart, 24 actions per minute to my opponent, 29 actions per minute to me. So 104 kills to 105. Very nice, but the actual units killed is 97 to 105. So that was cool. My opponent got a few more units extra, but I got about 11,000 extra in destroyed value. So there's all the basic charts and graphs. I hope you enjoyed this game and the previous one. And for now, viewers, thank you very much for watching. And until next time, take good care of yourselves and goodbye.
Battle control terminated.